Hello everyone, welcome back to Upsmart IAS. This is your Reddy Prakash. I hope all of you are having a great days and a great preparation going forward to CAPF Assistant Commandant Examination. So we are here to give a approach class on report writing in examination. Many people will be asking a frequently asked question, a FAQs on report writing. Sir, what is report writing? Is it similar to essay? Or is it similar to or GS mains answer, like the point wise approach? Is it somewhat like that? What is the exactness of report writing? So today we'll discuss all the necessary structure of report writing, the do's of report writing, the don'ts of report writing, and a sample of 2025 ka PVQ, that is two reports ka notes also I'll be providing you people, and we'll discuss how to approach them in a detailed manner. And it is a very easy concept, and it is a something which you can score very easily. Have two reports, usually 10 marks for each report. You can score at least 13 to 14 marks without missing them. But if you don't know the approach of report writing, trust me, getting 5 marks is also difficult. Report means you should present it in a official way. So we'll continue with our approach of report writing. So before I giving the approach, say you have three ideas. One is essay, the idea of essay. Essay, be it in CSC or CAPF. That is one idea which you have for answer writing. The other one is GS mains. GS mains in CSC preparation. But today we need to get the approach of report writing which is slightly different from these two. That is report writing. And the question will be just like they'll give a topic on old age homes or elderly problems, and then they'll expect you to write a 200-word essay. Say example, elderly issues in India. This is a topic for essay, and the directions will be, and the direction for this report ka topic will be like 200 words, 10 marks each. You'll get two reports in every examination. 200 words, 10 marks each. Do not mention your name. Do not mention your original address. Understood? A topic, 200 word ka limit, 10 marker. Do not mention your original name and original address or the original date as well. They will give you a dummy name. Say they'll give you can use X, Y, Z or A, B, C, something like that. They'll give in the heading itself. You can utilize them if you need it, else if you don't want, you cannot utilize them. That is completely your choice. This is what will be given in the examination. So when you want to approach an essay, say if this is a blank paper, you would have read a few reports or at least seen a few reports, or in the bare minimum case you would have at least heard of a report, an official report. How will they be? If this is a paper, just like how you write a normal letter, you will have a date, place or address. This will be your approach, and here you will be having the name, that is topic, name of report or topic of report. And here you are expected to write the report in 1.5 pages. You will be given 2 pages usually. You need to write 1.5 page at least. Starting with the approach, you should go for introduction. This will be what is the topic. Introduction. Next, you need to build a body. and you need to conclude with some sentences. This is what you are expect to write, and within this is not exactly like GS, this is unlike like GS and unlike a usual essay. Here you expect to write what is the topic, that is meaning. What is the meaning? Elderly issues in your community or India, that is the topic. What is it? And in the body you are mentioned to write when did that happen, where, how, who are the parties involved, causes, and in the conclusion you can give something like a solution. This is what a report expects, and in the report it should be like, you should write a report to a government. Expect you are writing a report to a journal company or a government. Then you will not keep it like yourself, you will keep it like a third party. You should write in the sense of third party. We'll discuss all of this with the examples. You should keep yourself as a third party. Use official language. Few official terms, you have to use them. If you have any facts and data, you can utilize them for sure. Facts and data are allowed. If not, don't worry. I'll make sure without facts and data, the way you can approach a report. Usually, to get the facts and data at that particular moment in a fraction of seconds is a little bit tricky thing. Even if you don't get a data, still you can manage a beautiful report. I'll give you an example. Facts or data are fine. Then the diagrams, it's a big red flag. Don't give any kind of diagrams in the essay writing, or I mean in the report writing. No diagrams are expected. So building this, we'll get into the clear approach now. So what you need to write? Report means it is what being written by a third party for an official department kind of letter. It will be having date and place at one end, right end, and introduction, body and conclusion, but not exactly like IBC. You shouldn't mention what is I, B and C, but the way in introduction you can think what it is, mention the details of what it is. In body you can think of when, where, how, who are the parties involved, what are the causes, what are the impacts. Those things you can write it, and in the conclusion you can mention a few solutions. These are the elements of report writing. Now we'll discuss them in detail. Within these elements, I'll explain you. There is a formula. You have to utilize that formula as well. See, the way you should give is, this is a report. If this is a report, what I told you, the right end you will be having date, name, address or anything at the right end. And in the introduction, body, conclusion, you will be having introduction, you will be having a title at the top, that is there, and then you will have a introduction. All this will be body and one conclusion. So in introduction I told you, explain what it is, meaning what happened. Elderly issue in your community, they will spot a particular issue. What happened? Why is this issue important? That aspect of explanation you can explore in the introduction. Next, in the body you can explore, I told you, when, where, how, who are the parties involved. See now, information and investigation. Report means it is not something you think and write. You see, you investigate it, you get the data, then you present it to a different department. That is called as report. Report is something like official in nature. So in that case, you shouldn't think and write it on a paper. You should explore, you should collect the data and write. That is information. What information did you get? What evidence did you get? What data did you get? What investigation have you done? What is the final output of the investigation? Those things you have to mention in the body. That is, present the facts, whatever you got it. Even if you don't get it, don't worry, don't at all worry. Approach the report as a report is written. present the facts, reasons, that is what, how, where, reasons, that is again how, observation. Next you go to causes, again why aspect, explain why the issue exists, suggestions if you have any, and in the conclusion end with a balanced concluding remark or give the suggestion as the conclusion. This can be your approach. Remember this formula, TII-CSR. TII-CSR. Anyways, you'll remember CSR. TII is something you can remember. Remember this formula. Write it down as an aspect of report writing. Fine. Mixing. There are some of the do aspects. What you should do in the report writing. One is use a simple language so the examiner will understand. When I say official language is not complex language. Simple language but official in nature. Say, many elderly people are living alone. The government should take care necessary step. That is simple language but official in nature. That is, you are not using any slang. You're not using like, yeah, the government should take, yes bro, the government should take. You are not using a slang, but it is still official in nature. And maintain a factual, be factual. Write if you're write as if you're reporting, not giving personal opinion. Don't give your personal opinion. Give as if you're writing a report. There are many elderly people living alone. Present a fact there. At least 50% of the elderly are living alone. The government can take necessary steps. Presenting a fact, though I don't know what percentage of elderly are living alone. Roughly 50%. Put it down, it's a bluff, but still it is true. Still it is true. Around 50% or more than 50% of elderly still live alone. That is something you can explore. Next thing, use a formal tone. That is official tone. Formal, be formal. That is, use respectful and professional language throughout the report. Use third person. We'll explain all these examples. Use third person. Like instead of I think, don't mention instead of I think, because you're not giving your opinion. Instead of I think, you can give it like right? It was observed that, because investigation. You have done the investigation. You have collected the data. You have explored the places. That means it was observed that. It was observed that. You can write it like it was observed that. Rather than I think that. Don't keep it like I think. Your opinion is not important in the report. The factual data, the existence of an incident. What is an incident? How it is happening? Those things are important. It was observed that. Fine. Give a balanced information. Don't take one stand. See, if you get a incident, don't keep it like, don't get to one end. Keep it in the balance. Because you never know the evaluator's mindset. You can be in the other end. Fine. So keep a balanced information. Mention both positives and negatives. Fine with that. Aspects wherever possible. Add practical suggestions. Your suggestion should be practical. It shouldn't be like utopian. Don't give it like next generation ka reforms. Give what is present today, what can be done today. Like provide realistic and achievable recommendations. End with hope and recommendation. That is, you can give some visionary idea and hope also. Next, around 120 to 180 to 220 words is what you can explore. I'll give you examples of all this. Don't worry. Next thing, what you shouldn't do is, don't write your personal stories, anecdotes. All these things are not allowed in the report writing. Anecdotes, personal stories, personal incidents, and your opinions. These things are not allowed in the report writing. Fine with that. Next is, don't use yourself. Keep it as a third person. That is, don't use yourself means I, we, my opinion. These things are not allowed. Keep it as a third person. I'll give you examples for all those things. Next is, don't make it emotional. This is purely factual. You're not taking a stand. Don't keep it emotional. You're presenting the facts. Like the government take the stand. That is, don't keep it emotional at all. Don't write it like an essay. That is, big paragraphs are not expected here. Small paragraphs like 3 to 4 lines in each paragraph. That is more than enough. but also don't keep it like the GS answer, that is the small subheading, one line explanation, offline example. That approach is also not advisable here. Neither GS nor essay, somewhere in between, that is 3 to 4 lines ka paragraph. Those graphs like 6 to 7 small paragraphs is what is enough for the report writing. Fine. Don't use names or address. I told you, if here you are mentioning name and address, keep a dummy name and address. They would have mentioned in the question itself. Use XYZ for the address if it is needed. Use ABC for the name if it is needed. You can use those dummy names, or don't use at all. Not at all necessary. Like use XYZ ABC if needed. This will be mentioned in the question itself usually. Next, don't exaggerate facts. That is, don't exaggerate the facts. Keep it as it is. You can bluff. See, I told you 50% ka elderly, but you can think like, sir, majority of elderly are alone. I'll keep it like 90%, 95%. Somewhere it is realistic, that is 50%. I don't know if it is 50%, but somewhere it will be around 50% only. Considering rural, majority are not alone. They are within their families itself. But considering the urban elderlies are alone. Either they will be in rural, their children will be in urban. Those can be the situation. By balancing, you will get around 50%. Next thing, don't use your own slang. Keep it in an official tone. Don't use the slang. Don't leave the report without suggestion. Suggestion is necessarily important, but realistic suggestion. Realistic. It can be holistic, but realistic. They are not expecting you to give exact suggestion what is needed by the government today. You can give small suggestions. That is more than enough, but realistic. That is what is necessary. Next, I told you words that make report attractive. That is, I'll give you a few examples. That is official tone. See, it was observed that. Don't keep it like in my opinion. I observed that. Don't keep like that. It was observed that. That is a third party. Official tone and a third party. Introduce as an observation or something noticed. If you have noticed something, keep it like it was observed that. It was recorded that. It was mentioned that. Those things you can use it. According to available information. You have certain information. You are giving a example. Don't keep it like EX dot. Those short forms are not allowed in the report writing. Keep it in an official tone itself. Like according to the available information. If you want example, keep it like EXAMPLE itself. Exact word. Don't keep the short forms. Fine with that. According to available information. This can be utilized when you refer to data or sources. Next thing, during the study, your case study, during the study, that is, indicate the time or process of study when you have done. Fine with that. The investigation revealed that. See the official tone you are getting right. You are getting a knack of it right. When you go to the observation, it is during the study. When you present them, it is available information. What investigation revealed it, the other data, that is this thing. It was observed that. Same words, but official in tone. The findings indicate as a result, if you want to give an impact as a result. Then, if you want to take a final stand, keep it like therefore. It is recommended that. If you want to give suggestions, my suggestions, way forward, don't keep it in that tone. Keep it like it is recommended that. In conclusion, you can keep the exact word. In conclusion, see the official tone, you're getting a knack of it right. Write down these words, you can utilize in the essay. Next is, I told you, I'll give a sample essays. That is 2025 ka PYQ, sample reports, 2025 ka PYQ reports. See, the example is, the question, PYQ question of 2025 is, rapid growth of old age homes in India. You observed, India is witnessing an increase in old age homes. But do we have the data? Do you have the examples? I am thinking from your perspective. Do you have them? I didn't collect data and put it down here. Absolutely, I didn't put any data or examples because I am assuming majority of you people also don't have the data and examples. But if you have it, you know how to integrate them. But if you don't have it, how can you present them? This is how it can be done. See, heading, you can keep a report on the report heading on top of the page. Then don't keep this word. I mentioned these words because you are bound to make these mistakes. I'll scratch it here and there itself because you will not repeat it again. Don't keep report heading. Keep the heading of the topic. Fine. And at one end I told you place and date, you can utilize them. Next. Also I told you it should go in the flow of introduction, body and conclusion. That is, title is this thing. This is title, TIICSR. Then I come to I and I. That is introduction, information and investigation. What is introduction? Introduction can be like the number of old age homes in India has increased rapidly. You don't have the data. See, they're just giving the topic. We reiterating the words. It has increased rapidly over the last few years. Do you have the data of how many years? How many numbers? You don't have. So, it has increased over the last few years. That is acceptable, but you don't have the data. You are bluffing. Learn the smart bluff. Over the last few years, during the study, it was observed that, observing how you are representing the essay, it was observed that changing the lifestyle of children, migration for jobs and the rise of nuclear families are some of the main reasons behind this trend. Many elderly people now live separately from their children and require proper care and support. See now, what did we do? We came to the introduction. We wrote what it is in the first place. That is, yes, it is increasing and we are bluffing over the past few years. That is a bluff. And then we are giving how is it or why is it. This aspect also we are exploring in the introduction itself. Fine. Next, we are coming to information and investigation. Your information and your investigation. That is, old age homes provided food, shelter, healthcare. You have visited a old age home. It provides, what does it provide? It provides food, shelter, healthcare, etc. Companionship, many things. Companionship to senior citizens. Fine. Many residents feel safe. Due to that, residents feel safe and receive regular medical attention. However, the growing number of such homes also reflects a decline in traditional family support. Fine. See, you know that what the investigation or what the old age home provides. However, it is also against our tradition. That is, it is our responsibility to take care of our elderly parents. So it is breaking our tradition. Yes, the concept of institution of elderly old age homes is very good. But whose responsibility is it? It is our responsibility. It is going against the tradition. You are not doing the investigation, but you are presenting in a way that you have done the investigation. And several elderly people enter these homes because they face loneliness. People enter that because they face homelessness or their children itself desert them. So they have to go that place. Neglect or financial difficulties. See what information? Even if you go to the old age home, what will you get? You go to a old age couple. You ask them, what questions will you ask? You will ask them, sir, how are you? They'll tell, madam, sir, I am fine because it is providing me all these things. Then you will tell, why have you come here, sir? Then they'll tell, sir, I am facing loneliness. I don't have money to stay alone. Then I don't have companionship. They'll tell you these things. Then they'll tell you, sir, do you think this concept, you will be asking, sir, do you think this concept is right? Then the old age couple will be replying, yes, sir, it is providing benefits as well as there are negatives as well, because it is my children ka responsibility to take care of me. But however, I have been neglected. See, these are the questions you will be asking. You have the questions, you have the answer. Utilize them. Bluff it. Next is causes and current situation. You can explore. That is CSR. Causes or current situations. S is solutions, suggestions. And then you can keep the end as conclusion also. That is result. What are causes? Causes can be, experts believe that If you are providing the causes, you can't keep it like I believe the causes are. You are not using I, you are using a third person. Who is a third person? The third person is an expert. Experts believe that families should make greater efforts. That is, what are the causes or current situation? What are the current situation? For families should make greater efforts to care for their aging members. Society should also encourage, respect, support for the senior citizens. The government can strengthen schemes, healthcare, and community support centers for the elderly. See, you have explored causes here. Now we are exploring the current situations and solutions. Next, you are going to suggestions, extra solution. What can be given from your side? In conclusion, while old age homes play an important role in providing care and security, they also support system rather than replacement for family. A caring society can ensure that senior citizens live with dignity, comfort, and respectful. And don't use this as well. Don't use any words and lines as well. These are also not official in nature. And one more thing is, I told you, this is accepted. Title is accepted. Don't keep it as title. Just write the heading, that is accepted. Title word is not accepted. And I told you, report word is not accepted. Next thing, you have to give the introduction, but don't mention it as introduction. Fine with that? Next is, you have to go to body, that is information and investigation, but don't use this. Go to current situation, but don't use this. Don't go to conclusion. Don't use the word conclusion. But you can learn from this aspect, that is, you're getting a idea of how to write the report. Break it down, write it in those aspects. It will give a proper flow for the evaluator. That can be your approach to the essay. Next is, the next topic is deportation of illegal migrants. This was the major topic involved in the current affairs, deportation of illegal migrants being done by USA, European nations, India, and many other nations. This is a major debate continuing today. There are pros, there are cons, and there are people who accept the deportation, and there are people who go against the deportation, giving the reason of humanity. Fine. But however, you should take a middle ground. You shouldn't go to one extreme nature. You shouldn't either completely support it, and you shouldn't either completely go against it. You should maintain a middle ground. Same thing, title is expected. This is not expected. This will be expected. You can write them or not write them. This is completely your discretion. But title, fine. Report ka name, not fine. In introduction, what you will be doing? Again, bluff them. If you have the data, if you have the examples, say I told you American examples. Make America Great Again, MAGA by Donald Trump, and exportation of families, like at least 3,000 of Indians and many people. India is deporting Bangladeshi migrants, Myanmar migrants, illegal Sri Lankan infiltrators. Many people. India is also doing that, and many European countries also is doing that. Russia is also doing that. Just that if you have examples, present them. If you don't have them, bluff them. See, now you don't have the examples. In introduction, what you will be doing? The issue of illegal migrant. If you have a definition, you can do that as well. The issue of illegal migrant has become an important concern in many countries. Illegal migrants are people. You have the definition now, or a generic definition. Are people who enter or stay in a country without proper legal permission. During the study, it was found that government take action against such cases to maintain border security, law and order, and proper population records. Again, what it is, why it is, what and why aspect in the introduction. Just have the question, what it is, how it is, why it is, who are the parties involved, what are the causes, what are the impacts, what are the solutions. You know all of these things, but present in a way report can be presented. That is what is important in the report. Next, information investigation. Same thing, you can read them. Don't mention the headings. Come down to current situation, suggestions or solutions. If you have any conclusion, you can give them. Just that maintain the flow of the report. Start with introduction, go to body and conclusion, but don't mention the headings of it. Don't use the short forms like EX. If you want it, keep it like example in the full word itself. Use a third party official tone. Don't use the slangs. And don't ever give your opinions. Your opinions are not mattering here. This is a matter of government decision. Don't give your opinions. Give it in a formal tone, and don't use your personal names. That is a mistake which is usually being made, because in the question will be like write a report on, but they'll mention in a bracket don't use personal name. But students usually doesn't read that. They'll be in a hurry. It is accepted because you will have your own tension in the 2 or 3 hours examination, but don't ever use it. If you use that, half of the marks are already deducted. Fine with this? I hope all of you have got a knack of writing report writing. All the best for your examination. Stay with Upsmart. So this is me, Reddy Prakash, signing off. All the best for your examination. Bye bye. See you in the next approach class.